Thank you very much. Good. Give.
Thank you very much. I mean, the president of ACHAG has really touched on the milestones, but I think, so I want to attack this situation from this angle. Basically, we are talking about trade facilitation, and the World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement, it launched out to give us a certain expected environment within which international trade is applied. Now, apart from the tools with which this environment is to be created, we also have structures that must be in place. And if you look at the milestones that Mr. Yauche just touched, that is 1 year now, you realize that the picture is not that bad. But should we have gotten a balance of the application of the tools and the structures that we should have put in place to be able to harness the optimum usage of the tools? I think that by now we would have been getting our way clearer. Now, if you look at the various participating government agencies who operate within the space of the shipping sub-sector, they find themselves under different ministries, departments and agencies. And over time, perhaps when nobody expected a tool called the single window, it was just appropriate for them to be empowered by law to exercise their mandate in certain manners. Now, if you look at everywhere that this thing has succeeded, you will realize that a deliberate effort is put at bridging a certain gap. In our case, the legal gaps have not been well bridged. So you find the participating government agencies, Food and Drugs Authority, Standards Authority, all of them. Now, the operative word here is authority, and they don't become authorities for nothing. It means that they are clothed by enactment. And this makes them very strongly footed on the ground. You just cannot move them about anyhow. And that in itself, even though the original intent for clothing them with this much authority might be noble, it is a bottleneck as we speak. Now, to think of it as a bottleneck, and even if you want to think of positively for the law, there is something that comes to town with they being established as authorities. You see, the state has consciously decided to wean off all these authorities off the national kitty, for which reason they are not only today occupying the space just to perform certain regulatory or statutory functions. Now they are mindful of generating revenue too. And this brings about a situation which is spawning solutions, okay, because they do not want to be looked at as though they don't matter, but they are making money. So they must show proof of relevance. And that in itself is creating certain problems. You see, so I talk of tools and structures. If you see everywhere that a trade facilitation agreement, everywhere that the single window has been successful, there definitely will have to be a governance structure. At this point, if you look at the model governance structure as espoused by the United Nations, you will see highly placed on top of the governance structure is the presidency. You see, the presidency, because now you have ministers whose mandate crisscross the supply chain of international trade. So it is like, I'm sure there's no policeman here. It is like the police boss who has sent his dispatched riders onto the field to mount roadblocks. Something is expected. Don't ask me what. So today as we speak, the various ministries see their departments and agencies as cash cows. Today as we speak, some of the revenue that these participating government agencies rake in, government is taking portions out of it. You see, if you look at it from this angle, then you will see if we don't have a structure in place which has a dominant effect of the presidency, you realize that now you have a minister or a deputy minister formulating solution and then will empower their ministries to roll it out. But because this gap has not been properly bridged, it poses problems. It becomes a bottleneck. That is one of the reasons why we have not been able to achieve optimum situations even in record time. We could have done that.
Okay.
We could have done that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwabena. Can we